All right, so we've made it to the ends of the unit, lab and presentation assessment. Yay! Congratulations. So we are going to make a, drum roll please, a paper airplane. So let's start by talking about the whole point and objective of the lab. It is so that you all will be able to use data and test different models to improve two paper airplane designs. So let's start off with the very first situation. You can work in groups of 2 or 3. I might allow 4, but you must come talk to me, the real me, in person, and I will make special approval for you and your group. But no more than 4, no less than 2. So you cannot work alone, and you cannot be a group of 5. I think that's a good deal. Cool. So choose your group members wisely. Each of you must turn in your own work. Everyone must have a clear job or role. If I see you all unevenly spreading the jobs and roles around, the people who I saw not doing enough work, you're going to fail it and you're going to redo the project on your own. So please make sure you're contributing. And if I come to you and ask you how you're contributing to the group, it must make sense. So here are the materials that you may use. I'm going to give you 3 sheets of paper, 1 white, 1 green, 1 yellow. They may not be green or yellow, but they're probably going to be different colors. You can have access to the scissors, a ruler, a meter stick, a stopwatch, paper clips, tape, and markers. All of these things will be located inside of the classroom in the student materials section, which is the back cabinets in the room. You can ask me in person. So, what are you doing? First, you're going to build 2 different airplane designs. You're going to label them Design A, Design B, and you're going to fly each design 3 times and measure how far and how long they fly. So what I mean by that is if you throw your paper airplane, you're going to then take out the measuring tape, the meter stick, and you're going to see, oh, it went 2 meters. Or you can measure how long they fly. So you have someone throw it, you see how long it takes for it to hit the ground. So that could be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And then you're going to record your data and observations in your digital lab packet, which is, again, online. So here are some testing instructions and suggestions, just so that you can make sure you have an airplane design that actually makes sense and is scientifically sound. The same person should be used to fly the plane each time, and you should apply the same amount of force when you do it. You also want to make sure that you are using a measuring tape or a stopwatch to collect data. Do not guesstimate. You must actually record the distance or the time. So remember, we record distance in centimeters. That is a small side on the ruler in science. And then you record your time in seconds. And you want to use the same space each time for throwing the method for each time in class. So if you need to, mark off a spot in the classroom and throw it from there each time so you can make sure that your measurements actually make sense. And if you have any questions, find me in the room. So now let's talk about safety and cleaning up expectations. So you need to make sure that your group cleans up your tables and return all of the supplies. If there is supplies left over at your group's table, your group will have a deduction of points, of 10 points. So let's say you earned a 85 on the assignment. You're starting at a 75. You want to make sure that you plug in your laptops before you leave. I cannot stress this enough. There's only upperclassmen using the laptops. So if y'all don't charge it for each other, then it's going to be an issue for you all doing your work. Help your community out so that way that y'all can actually do your work online. You also want to make sure that you're throwing planes in the assigned test zone only. Please try not to poke somebody's eye out before you throw it. Tell the people who are in the way, hey, I'm about to throw the airplane. Make an announcement. We want to make sure that the classroom is safe and nobody gets hurt. If someone gets hurt, let me know right away so that way I can make sure everything goes fine and everyone's okay. And finally, this is how you're going to be graded. So your lab reports has 4 parts. You have parts A, B, C, and D as you putting together your presentation. So you're going to have to complete your self-reflection, and I'll talk a little bit more about this, which is you're going to rate what you think you did on the rubric. So you're going to grade yourself. Do you think you've earned 0 points, 1 point, or 2 point for each category? And then you're going to put a brief justification why. I think I deserve full points on this because I did so and so, as you can see here. Once again, leaving the area dirty, you'll have points deducted for your group's grade. So, good luck, happy airplane building, and if you have questions, comments, or concerns, find me in the room.